We knew about this program because we were working in the past with a media program with Media Mundus, and the Georgian organization Nosfera Foundation, which is the organization that has launched CinéDOC Tbilisi, has received Media Mundus funding in the past to do a workshop for filmmakers from the Black Sea region. So we were a bit aware of these funding possibilities. At that time, we received the funding in partnership with 3 other organizations from Europe, one from the Netherlands, one from Romania, and one from Georgia. But later, we heard that we could also apply independently for our festival. So it's a bit longer history. Well, we read the application files very attentively, and at that time I don't know if there was already a Creative Europe desk in Georgia. First time when we applied, I'm not sure about it. And when we had some questions, we called the media desks in Germany. So we just called randomly in Hamburg, and we had very good advice from them. We Skyped with them, and then we asked them many questions and so on, and we prepared our application. So it was very useful to talk to them. We always mailed to the help desk in Brussels, and we were receiving always answers how to do it with print screens, and it was very helpful. So in case we could not find out how to upload some documents, or I found, for example, very strange what is a Lear form, but in the end they explained me, and then we uploaded it, so it was not a problem. And so we usually get in touch with the help desk, and we get very quickly a reply to our mails. I think what we learned is to look at our festival from a different perspective, and to look at our programming from a different perspective. So we try to have a much wider selection when it comes to different countries from Europe. And it's not easy because we have to find good films from different countries from Europe, and especially we look also at smaller countries and at countries that don't have a big production capacity. But it's very interesting for us to look for such films, and they are very diverse, and very surprising films are coming from small countries. And also we get in touch with many distributors or film centers from the small countries, and it helps us a lot. I mean, we build up these contacts to them, and even we can do common projects. For example, we got in touch with the Finnish Film Institute, and they helped us to bring a very good filmmaker from Finland, Pirjo Honkasalo. She was our filmmaker in Focus last year, and she gave master classes, and then they invited us to their festival in Helsinki. So it's a very nice cooperation, and it helps us very much to widen our perspective on our festival. From the second edition, I think we started to have a student jury award. So we saw that many people coming to our screenings are young, and these are our core audience. So then we thought, okay, how can we get to more young people? And then we started to go to universities and to promote the festival in universities. And there was one filmmaker from Belgium who came to our festival and who told us that many festivals in France, for example, have a student jury. They select students from different universities, and they can choose the winning film in their section. And this was a very one of our first initiatives for audience building. We have 30 students every year coming to the festival, watching films and selecting their favorite film. We had from the very first edition section for children, CinéDOC Young, which is one of my favorite sections because children are very nice in expressing their emotions after the screenings, and they talk to the filmmakers. They are very good in debating the topics of the film. And these films we screen not only during the festival, but also year-long. We screen in summer camps, winter camps, in schools, in the public libraries. So we have different venues where we screen films for children. And we also have, since 2 years, regional coordinators. So we select 40 people from all over Georgia who then watch many films, and they are trained during our festival to screen films in the regions. Yes, and this is also one of our important audience building activities. So it depends very much, of course, on how good the regional coordinator organizes the screening. But we have some very good regional coordinators. We had screenings in small cities like Terjola with 300 people per screening. So it's a huge amount of persons who came. And in Gori, we had open-air screenings also with 200-300 persons attending the screening. We try to screen also films and bring the filmmakers and the protagonists even to the regions, so especially if they are from Georgia. And then the audiences are very, very engaged. We screened, for example, Gogita's New Life, directed by Levan Kogwashvili, and in Terjola people started to sing during the film because there are some songs in the film. And in Gori they had very nice Q&A with the protagonist of the film. So I think in the audiences it's even more intensive sometimes than in the capital because there are less opportunities to watch films there. We try to extend our regional screenings also towards neighboring countries. So we will bring some regional coordinators, okay, we cannot call them like this, but some partners from Armenia and Azerbaijan as well. And we try to screen films also in Armenia and Azerbaijan, not only in Georgia. And we will have some new sections and side sections. Probably our guest country will be Sweden next year. And we will have a side section about how difficult it is for young people to grow up. And this will be films about teenagers and students struggling with life questions. Because we have such a young audience, I think that such films will attract them a lot. Yeah, but we will also have our sections that we have every year, like CinéDOC, the Human Rights Section, International Focus Caucasus, and several side sections that we have every year. I think it's a very good way of looking at your event from a European perspective. So not making only a festival for your own country at national level, but really looking to what's going on in Europe, how are similar events organized in Europe, how can we improve, how can we get closer to other festivals in Europe, how can we bring films from different European countries to the audience and then bring the filmmakers, try to match-make them even with Georgian filmmakers or producers, really trying to compete at a European level with other festivals, and not only to compete but also to cooperate with other festivals.